My name is Robert Parungao. I currently work for the federal government at the Department of National Defense, and I am a team leader slash manager. So, a key responsibility, I don't know if they're the same as they were now, is receiving um, uh, academic articles from various people that we'd solicited them from, entering them into the system, getting them out to the reviewers, having the reviewers provide back handwritten comments because back then it was handwritten comments, and then entering those handwritten comments into the article and then resending it back out to the article writer to make sure they're okay with the changes that we made, and also back out to the reviewers to make sure they were okay with the changes that I made as well. Did I accurately capture the edits that they'd made? I also did book ordering. So reaching out to publishers and asking them to send me copies of books, getting those books, figuring out, asking who's going to review the books, and then getting that book to that reviewer by mailing it out. So just the day-to-day running of CanLit. It gave me a really good foundation about how to engage with stakeholders. As I was saying, what I did at CanLit, it's so amazing to me how similar it is to my day-to-day job. Now I'm the guy editing the papers and sending it back to my staff and saying, "Well, make these changes, get it back to me. I want to see it this way. I want to see it that way." And as I was moving up as an analyst through the government, how much my job was writing something, getting it to someone, having them review it, and getting it back to me, and punching in those edits, and then sharing my edits with various stakeholders to make sure they were okay with the thing I was working on. This was one of the first co-op jobs I had where I really had to learn that skill set very, very well. And even the co-op jobs I had afterwards, I don't think that it was as office oriented as this one. So this one, more than any other job that I did for arts co-op, gave me the skill set that I needed for the thing that I ended up in the future. There's an attention to detail that's quite useful. And again, that's as somebody who's not disposed to being very good with the details, something like CanLit forced me to realize that I might not be good with details and I need to be able to learn how to buck up and figure out how to, I'm very much a big picture kind of person. So, as somebody who's very much a big picture person, how do I focus up on every minute detail and every single thing and capture every single change? There's just this. So, if you're very good at detail orientedness, and I think CanLit is a good place, and I think it's a good skill set to have in general. Um, but if you're not sure about your communication skills and detail orientedness, CanLit is a fantastic spot to go to be able to tighten up those skills a bit, right? Like uh, it's a good, safe work environment. Donna is great. All the professors are great. You're gonna make mistakes. Everybody's gonna make mistakes, but I think that CanLit gives a really safe environment to be able to kind of grow as somebody who's about to enter the workforce in 2, 3 years into the future from that job. Pay close attention about how one works with other people. So there's no job on the planet that you don't have to interact with other people. And I'm going to say there's basically no job, kind of in the professional sense, that you're not managing people's expectations and sending emails back and forth. So, how does one write a tight, tidy email that gets your point across? How does one manage stakeholders and their opinion of you and your organization and all that, and that reputation is very, very important. So managing stakeholders, writing a good email, just good communication skills. Ultimately, the thing I'm talking about is good communication skills, and a place like CanLit very much teaches you how to get good communication skills. If you're listening carefully and you're paying attention to the work you're doing, you are gaining a very crucial skill set, and it's exciting to be somebody in your early 20s getting that skill set and being really good at it just before you enter into the real workforce.